Hey Aquarius, Ali from Indigo Ascension. I'm going to be doing your, what am I doing? Your August 1st to the 15th review. Let's take a look and see some details about perhaps what exactly you have been processing for this first 2 weeks of the month. Now, we are smack bang in the middle of retrograde season. Check out your monthly for an overview of the soul messages that were coming through for you guys about the deeper wisdoms that were being integrated, perhaps how that's showing up on the practical, on the physical level in your everyday lives is what I'd like to take a look at today. How each of the zodiacs are processing this energy is going to be different depending on what you've got going on. Obviously, you are more than just your sun sign. You are a rising sign, a moon sign, a Jupiter sign. Okay, so you are more than just Aquarius. However, on deeper levels, you guys are going through this process where you are grieving old energy in many ways. You're letting go of old versions of yourself. You might see that reflected in your everyday experiences, whether you are transitioning careers, finding yourselves developing new perceptions and awareness about old challenges, old experiences, old views. Take that however it resonates. As we move towards the end of the year, this is beautiful preparation time for many Aquarians to really be that version of yourself that you have perhaps kept hidden away in one way or another. It'll be unique to each of you what that means, okay? But the world is really calling for you guys to shine your unique light, all right? And probably for the most part, for most of your life, you've kept that part of yourself hidden or felt like you had to hold back on some level. This is going to be that experience where you're now feeling that inner frustration. You're now feeling that inner no more energy, and that can come out in a myriad of ways, all right? But what's going on perhaps on deeper subconscious levels is to be that authentic light that you are, to shine as the example, all right, of the energy that is coming through, that is coming to gift the collective. Take it however it resonates. You guys are processing a lot of gratitude energy and seeing perhaps how far you really have come. Maybe in the first 2 weeks of August, you guys really are making some major decisions when it comes to key life changes. In the way in which your love life is progressing, the way in which your career path is progressing, the way in which your healing journey is progressing, you're finding that through adversity, you have learned a lot and there is much to be grateful for. And that ultimately is that higher view. When we're processing higher energies, when we're really working with the subconscious, Aquarius, you know, at one point in our timeline, all of us on some level got stuck in the adversity energy, okay, of feeling like we are a victim of things that were happening outside of us. And I'm not discounting that. It takes a lot of internal energy work, a lot of internal perception shifts and changes, a new way in which to deal with our mental health, our emotional health, to really see adversity for a gift. And sometimes it genuinely takes time. Maybe that's where you guys are at this stage. You're seeing that everything had to happen the way it did to get you to where you are now. And I'm connecting into a lot of Aquarians that are really grateful for the journey that they've been on. And quite possibly you're going through a stage within your experience where you're grateful for how everything has turned out, all right? Which feels like beautiful energy, because what centers your reading is love. Seeing that there is no success. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, and really centered and married up with this gratitude energy, really maintaining that high vibe. It's great and easy for someone on the outside to say, just maintain that high vibe. But there are many Aquarians that I'm connecting to that will be genuinely experiencing how much this feels so different. Okay, the reason you had to persevere, all the reasons why, like I'm even taken back to last November even. Look how far you have grown, okay? How much you've persevered through, how much you have committed to this energy of gratitude, how much you have committed to seeing the good of all things, okay? And really looking back on your past. The adverse particularly for the gifts that they were. That is the gift of retrograde season, is to really see the higher view. Like we're making the subconscious conscious, which in itself, we're really afforded an opportunity to see ourselves and our opportunities in a whole new way. To remove blocks is simply to be able to look back on the past, Aquarius, and look at it in a whole new way. We're starting to feel free of the binds that previously tied us, okay? There is a risk for you guys this month that you will dip into judgment. Maybe others are judging you because you are. So whether this is processed through you or at you, okay, I do want to say there's this potential energy of judgment that you can buy into. Maybe that could be something as simple as, I can't believe all this good stuff that's going on. It's how long will it really last? Okay, so be mindful of that. There's going to be parts of you that will want to test you, and I've done a couple of Facebook posts about this where I've talked about the energy of temptation, the energy of teachers. You know, life can teach us, and we can look back on our adversities and be grateful for them. But life will also tempt us. It's like the new version of ourselves will continue to ask us, how much do you want me? How much do you want the new that you inherently have persevered through, that you have helped birth, Aquarius, this new version of you that's trying to come through, that's really, like, it's taken you this long to get here. Why let go now? Is what I do want to say. That's the only risk this month. Let's see what else wants to come up when it comes to the tarot. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. We've just come out. The beginning of August was that full moon in Aquarius. This was a deep release of everything that's ever gotten in your way, of anything that will and can potentially get in your way for this new version of you, this new path, this new career path, this new experience of love, this new relationship, this new chapter in your life. Take it however it resonates. There's this birthing that's been happening within you guys on deeper levels, and you will inherently have felt that. But it's this point in the timeline. August brings us to halfway point in the retrograde season. That's giving us that view at the top of a mountain. And you know, life can really tempt us. You know, but if we're standing on top of a mountain, Aquarius, you really are on top of a mountain. You're not at the bottom anymore. You know, you've successfully closed a version of yourself, a chapter, a painful period, a trial and error period where you have on some level chose to persevere through. Whether you distracted yourself with another focus, whether you visited this thing in one way or another, like on deep levels, and you'll be feeling this in August, okay? What you're really feeling and connecting into is this higher view. Like, I feel it really strongly that there's this sigh of relief that the past really is behind you and you are ready for this new chapter, okay? It is truly time to walk away from the old world that represented an older version of yourself, okay? And you can take that in a number of ways. Maybe you've embarked on a new chapter, a new relationship, okay? Maybe you've embarked on a new way in which to view love and the emotional body, which is something that has been coming up prominently for you guys. Wow, you've got the Death card crowning you. You have put to death any heartbreak, any false masks, anything, any way in which heartbreak held you back. Sometimes we don't want to start again. Sometimes we don't want to believe in new beginnings. Sometimes we don't want to believe in love again. Sometimes we don't want to believe that we can be nourished by love because of our experience of it. And I do want to say, above everything for you guys is a death of the impact of grief and loss and betrayal. Because it's been, maybe there's a 3-year story here, Aqua, okay? Like, you are led by this transformation energy. It is at the base of your reading. You are walking away into a new world. You really, like, the best thing you can do this month, and perhaps how you've been processing this first 2 weeks of August, you've been oscillating between this temptation, is the only thing I want to say. There's this temptation to dip back and, is this real? Is this new real? Is this feeling of abundance and love and gratitude? And I can see it now. I can see the purpose of why I chose to persevere through adversity. I see the purpose of why I chose to connect into the higher view. And I can feel and see this new version of myself so clearly. I know that it's there. Like, you stuck through it. This is past energy I'm picking up. More importantly, the recent past, the last 2 or 3 months perhaps. And you're at this plateau now. And the only risk this month in August, and certainly this might have been prominent in the first 2 weeks because you're still dealing with the remnants of the full moon in Aquarius, as you release anything that resembles the old, anything that resembles a reminder of the heartbreak you have been through. Like, it's gone. You have processed this wisdom. Trust trust that this time has passed, this 3-year chapter has passed. There's a new way in which that you're looking at past betrayals, like it led you to here, to where you are. And currently where you're at, I may be connecting into Aquarians that have had an offer of new love, and you're still deciding whether to take this offer up. Maybe you're still deciding how best to navigate this new emotional body that you have grown and birthed, this new way in which you're connecting to your emotions and allowing yourself to feel vulnerable, because there's a lot of safety in this. There's a lot of safety in solitude. There's a lot of safety in being on our own, because there's a lot of vulnerability in sharing our heart, because obviously we risk, yeah? So there is some healing work yet to happen, thanks to the Temperance card holding up. And the risk is to fall back into judgment. And I keep hearing things like, is this real? Is this new version of myself? Like, can I really do this? Can I believe in love again? Can I start again? Can I successfully navigate this new? You can and you will. So take it right the way through till even Sagittarian season, okay? So November is what I do want to say. Take it right the way through to November, this patience, this strong connection to gratitude, this strong connection to really persevere, that it is here, the good times are here, this genuine connection is here, this genuine connection, this newfound connection you have to self, more importantly, and your choice to be vulnerable again with life. Vulnerability is not a weakness. Yes, you can successfully stand on your own, but do you really want to? And maybe there was a version of you a while ago, and I'm again connected back into last November, that decided, I need to do this inner work to really clear what is getting in the way of me choosing this. Because we can have this while we're doing this. We can have this in partnership. We can feel this way about self, so that life reverberates that back to us, and we're resonating to that frequency, and we just attract love in many different forms. It doesn't have to be romantic. We can just literally love our life path, love our choices, Aqua, love the connections and friendships we're making. Your cup runneth over, like this is in the recent past, like even 3 moon cycles is what I'm going to say. There's this energy of just beautiful flow. And may love heal you is what I do want to say. Love really does heal. That's what heals this. Hanging on to this and not truly letting go is what keeps us stuck. And I feel there's been this revolving door story for the last 3 years, whether something quite significant happened 10 years ago. Over the last 3 years, you really have worked hard to transform your relationship with your emotions, your relationship and perceptions around love and vulnerability, and whether that's a weakness or am I stronger on my own, you know. Everything you have achieved, this hard work, this internal work, this heart chakra expansion work has been done on your own. You know, and if the greatest gift of love is not how much we get, but how much we give, then there's an opportunity here for you to really give from the heart, Aqua, to experience your life on that level. That's what our 3D world wants us to believe, is that this world is about an investment and return, and if I make an investment, there should be something given back to me. That if I give love, I should get it back. How dare they betray me? How dare they not give what I've given? You can give loyalty, you can give perseverance, you can give understanding, compassion. And I'm not calling it love when someone does not give that back. But how do we love self where we decide, okay, that's not right for us? Or how do we call that love and decide, okay, I understand and accept that. Let's see if I can make this work for me. Your story is unique to you. And I feel there's been this relationship with yourself that's been developing since Scorpio Sagittarius season last year, okay? So take yourself back to early November, December, October into November, sorry, I should say, where you really underwent this metamorphosis and really tossed up, like you've been working on not just heart chakra stuff, but sacral chakra stuff and throat chakra stuff. And these conversations might have been solitary. You might have been having conversations with self based on your new perceptions and awareness about the love you want to feel in your life, and how that is reflected back to you in your friendship groups, in your families, how you're really healing your relationship with love and the emotional body is what I do want to say. You're walking away from a time where you experienced a lot of inner conflict around the best way forward, like it's really affected the foundations of who you are in one way or another. When we have a perception about love, trust and vulnerability, it literally touches a lot of relationships, not just romantic ones. It touches friendship circles, it touches our family, the way in which we allow dynamics to occur. Like something had to end here in many ways, and it was keeping you a prisoner of your mind. And if you go back to last month's reading, I'm pretty sure I did a reading for Aquarians about the power of the mind, Aqua. And like we literally are only using, you know, going by modern day medicine and science, they tell us that we're only using sort of, at its best, we're using up to 10%. There's like this 90% of black space of unmet potential. And you guys rule the realms of the mind. There really is much power in being able to master your mind, and how far that can truly take you anywhere. It can take you through healing of deep traumas. It can really take you through a clear set vision of potential. It can take you through a new way of looking at past, whatever the case may be, seeing potential in the here and now for what it is, and not through the lens of fear. That's what you're walking away from, Aqua. And it was causing a lot of internal conflict, a lot of mental imprisonment, that you kept coming up against a brick wall. Like there's been this deeper recognition in self, okay? A deeper recognition when the Six of Wands shows up is about, I see myself for who I am now. I see my fears for what they are. I see the past and the wisdom it has offered me that I didn't see for quite some time, perhaps, Aqua. You know, I'm even connecting into Aquarians that after a time, and maybe you will still be processing grief on some level as you embark on a new relationship, okay, that can potentially lead to something quite serious, because this is I see you and you see me. These are two people that ultimately are okay on their own, sure. But do they want to be? And that's what I'm feeling. It's really going to be igniting this divine fire body within you. Maybe you're connected to a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, okay? Maybe you have that in your chart as your Venus sign. Take it however it resonates. There's a potential commitment and engagement here for some. But I think the Tower had to fall within self, especially in the realms of your perceptions about love, in the realms of your perceptions about vulnerability and trusting again, especially while you're processing this. And I really want to say love does heal. You know, to open to love again, it is not about what we get back. That is what keeps us stuck in the prisons of our mind. That's what keeps that revolving door of inner conflict keep going, because like I'm not going to give until I get, until I know I'm going to get. And what does that text message mean? And what does that mean? We can really become a prisoner of our mind when we're living and breathing on that level of consciousness. And the world has really asking you to step up and shine your unique light. Like maybe you've taken a journey back through childhood to see how love was modeled to you, to see how love and trust and intimacy was modeled to you. And maybe that wasn't then. Maybe it was in a significant relationship in your adulthood. Take it however it resonates. There's something here that really had to be put to death so that you could experience the gloriousness of the powerful mind you really have. And your mind can feel like this, yes, but that is not your eternal truth. Who you are when you're going through heartbreak, who you are when you're going through financial difficulties, who you are when you're going through stress and challenges is not the same version of yourself when you feel like this. And I feel like I'm connecting into many Aquarians that are allowing themselves the permission to shine their light, to really stand in your own empowerment. And this is like a key juncture point where you get to decide where to from here. But there's a beautiful opportunity this month, and this is what the first 2 weeks of August has been offering you guys. Like I said, maybe there's a relationship that is elevating to that next stage. Maybe there's an opportunity to open to love again. Maybe there's this, you're coming into this more wholesome balance point in your healing journey. Take it however it resonates. You're really seeing how much you have achieved practically, financially. Things are going well. Career is going well. There's recognition here for your efforts and your skills and ability. Like, I'm even connecting into Aquarians that are putting themselves out there, okay? Putting themselves out there to be seen, maybe on a global level. Or global could mean anything bigger than how you're allowing yourself to be seen. So that could be, okay, I was working an office job and now I'm working in public relations and I really am out there, all right? Take it however it resonates. There's Aquarians I'm connecting into that can really accelerate a contract, a commitment to that next level. It has started in its infancy. It can graduate into this bigger energy. Like, there's a sure thing here. The Leo new moon is going to challenge you, yes, but it opposes you. And what I'm going to say, Aqua, is there's this temptation, okay, in the final 2 weeks of August. I can highlight this more in your next reading. So this is more so concentrating on the 1st to the 15th of August, all right? Just be aware that August offers this beautiful opportunity to really embrace the here and now for everything that it is showing you, that you have manifested, everything you have perhaps held in higher realms as a visual, as a hope, as a dream, and you've persevered through the muck and gunk of human life, processing, healing, moving through memories, chapters, whatever the case may be. And when life said to you, here's something new, are you ready? The only thing that would stop you from experiencing a whole new world is you. And I feel like I'm connecting to many Aquarians that have said yes to the new, and you're living it, breathing it. So there is a temptation then this month, and it will probably happen around the Leo new moon, okay? How much do you want it? How much do you want the new? Because as humans, we can be tempted to dip back. All right? Beautiful. Look at this. Ace of Wands, a divine spark, a new beginning that is rightfully yours. You're released under a full moon. Keep releasing anything that gets in the way of your new beginning, your new version of yourself, Aqua. That was your August 1st to the 15th reading. I hope you got something out of that. Please do go ahead and check out my Instagram page, my Facebook page, and my website address for a little bit more information about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer. Indigo Ascension is for empaths, intuitives, and sensitives, those that are on the awakening path. Enjoy the first 2 weeks of healing, Aqua. It's a big one for us all. Take care until next time.